the source, someone whose word I'd come to trust over recent years, didn't reply. 15 minutes later, as I sat in front of the camera and put on my earpiece and mic, my calm in the storm, the network's royal producer, Zoe McGee, called across the newsroom. "We've had confirmation." Messages started pouring into my phone within seconds. The statement from the palace had yet to land, but my heart was already thumping. Though I had been at briefings that described what would happen the moment London Bridge, the code name for the monarch's death and the operation that kicked into action straight afterward, went down, nothing could have truly prepared anyone for the news. Not even the 200-page research Bible McGee had created in the recent months. The death of Britain's longest-reigning monarch, a woman much loved and revered around the world, had a bigger impact on me in the moment than I expected. The Queen had been a presence in my life for as long as I could remember, a fact shared by most Brits. Whether you cared about the royal family or not, she had evolved into the nation's grandmother, a comforting presence during destabilizing times and easily more popular than the monarchy itself. "New York is going to come to you shortly, Omid," my producer prompted. This is it. An astounding amount of royal history happened during the writing of Endgame. The world was introduced to King Charles III and Queen Camilla. Prince Andrew was stripped of his titles. Prince Harry released an explosive memoir and a revealing Netflix series. And, of course, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II passed away. All these events, along with a litany of startling headlines, greatly impacted this book, including the structure and shape of the narrative and its cast of characters. What should have been a banner year for the royal family, one spent celebrating the Queen and her 70 years of service, was instead a year of more upheaval and strife. The Queen's Platinum Jubilee in the first half of 2022 is but a footnote now, because her death followed so quickly in September. A summer of flag-waving celebrations quickly met an autumn of profound change and depth-charged revelations. All this proved trying for a staid institution not exactly used to or adept at managing such rapid-fire disruptions or change. The royal establishment has now assiduously installed an elderly new king while fending off unyielding accusations and misgivings from an exiled prince. I started this book in the summer of 2022, so the Queen's passing happened well into the writing process. This meant going back and figuring out how to reframe key chapters while looking through the twin prisms of the late monarch's death and ascension of her eldest son. Where significant parts of Endgame initially theorized about the future of the firm, I suddenly found myself watching and reporting on that future as it happened in real time. Overnight, we were in it, the royal family's new chapter, a moment I couldn't have imagined during my first royal engagement with Prince William and then Kate Middleton over 11 years earlier. The months following the Queen's death gave me the necessary time to process such a seismic event and an opportunity to peer into the new era before contextualizing it. And that time provided me with a chance to speak with those currently at the center of it, as well as the many individuals who'd been part of the journey leading up to it. Think of it this way. I started writing the book in the new Elizabethan age and finished in the Carolean era. A dynastic sea change happened in a matter of days. And with it, so did many of my perceptions. The full reality of Queen Elizabeth II's death hit me 10 days later, when I joined a small group of journalists to observe the scene of the former monarch lying in state at Westminster Hall. Members of the public had queued for up to 10 miles and over 24 hours to pay their respects. For those of us in the press working 18-hour shifts, reporting to millions of others around the world, British Parliament's Operation Marquee team had arranged pre-booked 1-hour time slots in Westminster so we could capture this moment in history. I'd been to the Houses of Parliament before, for other assignments and events, but with all political activities suspended during the 10-day national mourning period, the usually buzzing alley through the length of the Palace of Westminster was eerily silent as we walked toward New Palace Yard. Deep in conversation with one of the staff members guiding us, I wasn't at all prepared for the moment we arrived at the doors of Westminster Hall. Suddenly, there it was, the Queen's coffin.